Hello everybody, how's it going? Set up a little bit. As you can see from what I'm holding, I'm gonna obviously try to finish this bad boy, strunky boy, Telemon Heavy Drednought. It's almost done. There are a few things that I have to do on this part. Some correction of gold here and there. I need to let me know if you can hear me well, because I'm trying to set up the microphone a little bit better than the previously. So there are some gold that needs to be corrected. Some dry brush of the silver. What else? Gems, blue gems. I will correct the silver here as well, just to give it a little bit of a shine. But overall, I think this guy is almost done. It's gonna take me a few minutes. Now I have weapons that I have to, another weapons that I have to do for him, right? These lances and other stuff. So here I'm gonna need to paint this part gold and make it to like blend in with the rest. I was looking at the original pieces. There was a lot of gold on these parts. I don't think I want to keep that. I want to give it a little bit different look, maybe with black. There will be some gold, but there will be a lot of black, maybe some brass, copper color, just to make it a little bit more interesting. And but for these per fists, definitely I'm gonna keep them. And we have to decide which of these bases I'm gonna use, because this is the important question: how it's gonna look and how the other is gonna look. They have a little bit different pose, not that much different, because you cannot make them that similar or that different actually. So the other is like so. So let me just scoop it back a little bit. So the other is we're gonna is walking like this, like so. Maybe something like that. I don't know. I feel like maybe this one should be on the other, and this can go. Yeah, I like this pose much better, and it's quite stable and just makes sense. He's like walking out of these two rocks, and this guy, I guess, can go like so. Is it like on the middle, kind of? Yes. Cool. Nice. Okay, so this is gonna be his base, and this is gonna have another base. All right. So that's decided. This is how it looked before. This is how it's gonna end up looking. I think it's pretty nice, difference. You can clearly see that this one is painted at least. I did some washing throughout the night. With another miniatures, I put some wash on the Sectaron guard. I put some wash on another Aquilons. So they are all ready to be dry brushed. And then also I put some wash on this lovely shield captain. There he has some golden parts. There's a lot of like material and regular stuff, but a lot of golden parts as well. So that was my task yesterday. So these are gonna be the next projects. Let's focus on this though. I'm gonna start with finishing this bad boy. Let's mix some gold and correct all the gold parts. For that, I'm usually using 3 colors. Featuring Alchemy and Period Alchemy from scale 75. As well as just a regular Retributor armor from Citadel. I need to find these paints because I was cleaning the room yesterday. I need to create some kind of a storage system for my paints. Because definitely I don't feel like it looks correctly. It looks very, very messy. My paints are all over the place. Not grouped, not anything. Maybe I have too many of them as well. No way. I have just the perfect amount, right? So. I'm mixing these 3 colors because I think it resembles the closest, the base color that I was using as my primer. Now, let me just check. I always need to confirm, is that close enough, or maybe I should need... It is kind of close. I'm gonna check on this guy. Okay. It is very, very close to the original color, not gonna lie. Okay. I mean, probably there is some see-through, right? From underneath, that's the other part. But maybe it's a little bit warmer than the original. Yeah, there's a little bit too much of a Retributor armor in the color. Let's see. I don't think it's gonna be a big deal in the end. So there are some parts here that need to be corrected. Some parts here. And I'm gonna use gold on these ornaments. I forget about that I need to do that as well. I'm gonna use this one. And here. Okay. Where else? Okay, I don't see many other places that I should correct actually on this big boy. There's here. These just the small details. I'm gonna, wash them after. Try to blend them in. Greetings, Jagger. Welcome. Good to see you, buddy. Good to have you here. Okay, correct this. These places, they are a little bit messed up from the red. Now, the important part, since I have quite a lot of this gold, right? Let's do these. Fragments. You know, I painted all of it with Leadbelcher spray, Leadbelcher primer. I think it's better than, you know, direct gold and then trying to put on the gold silver or black and silver. So this process is much faster. So I have 4 of these shooting weapons that I have to do. So I need to correct all the arms. It's gonna take some time, but it is worth it. And I have to decide also, as I said in the beginning, which places are actually gonna be gold on the weapon itself. Because as I mentioned, there's quite a lot of gold on the original piece. I'm not the biggest fan of that solution. But there should be some gold. There should be some gold somewhere here. Should be a little bit more careful here. Why it is so? I feel like the image is cutting now. Like it's not so smooth. Maybe the internet or something. I'm not sure what's going on exactly. Okay. I think we will, you know, agraric surfeit and after dry brush of citrine alchemy, this is gonna be as close to the original color as possible. This is the color at least. Okay. Yes, and now the back, a little bit more difficult. Hello, Sergeant Opponent. Hopefully I read it correctly. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back, actually. How's it going? As you can see, I'm trying to prepare other hands. Have the magnets here, so other hands to switch between them for my Telemon Drednought. Depends how much of a paint I'm gonna have left, I will just try to use it all from the palette and then go back to the main body and try to finish the main body. Because this needs to dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna wash it, so it's again gonna dry a little bit. Going well, I finished putting together my beginner Tyrannid and Space Marines. I also did an Orc Boy, but I was struggling with the contact cement. Oh, okay. So you have this specific glue, right? That's melting the plastic, and then you assemble it. In the beginning, you should be quite careful how you use it, because it's when it's dry, it's very difficult to, you know, take apart the parts. And I mean, the final result is great because you want something that's, you know, sticking well, and in every drop the menu will not just break into pieces. So this glue is definitely working good for that. But as a beginner, it can, you know, spill sometimes somewhere and cover some details, which is not ideal. But I'm really like impressed that you did these Tyrannids and Space Marines that fast. Do you find it better to use more or less contact cement? Also, should you do both pieces or just one piece applied with glue? Honestly, I do not use contact cement at all. I use just a plastic glue. Just let me find. I'll show you my glue for plastic. This is the one. It has very nice tip, easy to use. I do not use contact cement because I don't feel like it's necessary. The glue is completely fine. Sometimes I'm even using just a regular super glue, or like something similar to super glue, like the same consistency, and that's enough usually. Because why you would use contact cement? Like your miniatures are not sticking to each other, or? I went to the store and all they had was contact cement. Sadly, I might need to order some online. Okay, I see. Okay. This makes no sense. Yeah. Just let me close some softwares. I think my CPU is burning. It's very slow. Okay, there we go. Lower the battery. Let's close this one too. And this one. And okay. Hope now my computer will work a little better. I recommend ordering online. This, let me find better picture because now I cannot see what's the name. Father. And this one is drying a little bit slower, so you have time to adjust. This one is faster. But both are working in the same way, so they are melting the plastic and you just glue it together. If you have different kind of miniatures, like resin or metal, then I use this one from Green Stuff World, Instant Glue. It's like super glue, but it has a gel formula, so it's much easier to apply and to control, because with the super glue, it's like watery. Very, very dangerous, in my opinion, to use. And sometimes it's just spilling all over. And this one, you will never have a spill because you have control. You can apply as much as you want. You can use a stick and just put it on the place that you actually want. So it's much safer, you know. I personally hate plastic glue with needles. It's 10 times better to use plastic glue with a built-in brush. Check Tamiya plastic glue. You have so much more control of it. Okay. I see. I was using before plastic glue from Citadel, and I did not like it. So I switched to this the glue that I just showed you, the Faller, and it was really good. So I guess it's just a preference. If you prefer if you prefer brushes, then brushes is gonna work as well. I heard good opinions about this Tamiya brush as well. I'm going to the city this weekend. The JW store is there. I might see what they have to use and talk to the people in the store. Yeah. I mean, in the JW store, they are gonna have regular JW stuff, and it's gonna work. In my opinion, it's not the most optimal buy, let's say. There are brands that are, specialize in miniatures and just do them a little bit better. Like you see, Tamiya, Faller, and I think you can find them online or in any shop, like hobby shop. The needle can clog up and sometimes it drops too much glue. So in one way it is correct, but this glue is not like fluid, like very, very watery glue. And for the clog up, there are two ways to handle it. Of course, one is just put the needle inside and it's gonna unclog, and the other one is heating up the pipe. So I have like a lighter next to me if I'm using this one, and with the lighter you can heat up the pipe, the metal pipe, and the glue is gonna melt and unclog the glue, unclog the pipe, sorry. But definitely it happens. It's not something like for sure the brush will not clog up. And these bottles are, because I remember the bottle of Games Workshop is very hard to squeeze. That's why it can drop a lot of glue in one time. This one is very easy to squeeze, It's like more soft, so you have much more control. Hello, Prodoloni. Welcome back. So if I'm going to attach an arm to an orc, should I apply glue just to the torso, or the torso and the shoulder of the arm both? I'm using only one piece. So for example, if I'm attaching let's say this arm to this, right, this hand to the arm here, this is I would use glue only on this part, and then just keep holding until it's stable, it's not moving anymore. With plastic glue, it can take a little bit longer than super glue, so just be patient, it's worth it, and it's gonna stick. Usually it takes less than 1 minute, so much less than 1 minute. The difference is like, okay, you have super glue. Super glue is like maybe after 2-3 seconds it's ready, but it's also easy to break. And with the plastic glue, maybe you have to hold it for like 15 to 30 seconds until it, you know, catches. And you have to check, like touch a little bit. If you feel it's loose, then just keep holding, right? If you feel like it's okay, it's sticking but it's kind of loose, then just keep holding. You can put it aside if you see that it's not dropping or anything, like it's not that loose that is moving, then put it aside and it will, you know, get firm. Yeah, it can get confusing in the beginning. That's normal. I don't think if you use on both the plastic glue, like on both sides, it's gonna, you know, do something strange, or I don't think so. It should work normal. Just I think it's no, it's not necessary. You waste some glue. That's it. And by mistake, you might add a little bit too much the plastic glue, and it's gonna, you know, splash and go into another recesses that are next to it. So better avoid this part. Don't breathe in the glue. Be extra careful. Yeah, that's that's a good advice, of course. By the way, so did you buy the Surgeon? Did you buy the Leviathan box or some different starter? Because I feel like you assembled it very quickly, and in Leviathan there's like, I don't know, 60 miniatures, maybe more. I don't remember exactly now. It's quite a huge task usually for me. To assemble stuff, it takes quite a lot of time. I want to make sure all my miniatures are cleaned and well done. Well assembled, I rather say. I bought a starter kit, came with like 6 marines and 10 terrains. They all clicked together, though they didn't require glue. Okay, I see. Yeah, this makes more sense. Yeah. I mean, I would recommend using glue for the, even if there are clicks, right? I would recommend using glue just to avoid any kind of holes between the two parts, or how many parts, you know, they are built from. And unless it's just literally just one piece and you just put it in the base, then okay. And of course you can, when you are done painting and everything, you can glue it to the base. But if you have like two pieces and just, you know, you have to click them together, I still would recommend using glue. Just to be sure it's not gonna, you know, fall apart while transporting, and maybe it's gonna, you know, fall down somewhere and suddenly, you know, it just breaks into. But it's just my preference. I always try to use glue. Okay. So I think this is the gold parts that I wanted. Maybe I'll put some gold here near to the top, like so. I feel that might be necessary. To make it look a little more interesting. It's gonna still fit in with the rest of the miniature, but you can still feel the Custodes vibe, the gold. I think this evening I'm going to try and build 1 or 2 orcs, see how it goes with them. Yeah, perfect. You can use, I think super glue is, available everywhere. You can go to even the regular grocery store and you will find it. Where I'm here, it costs like, I don't know, 50 cents or so. Just be careful while applying it, because it's very watery, so you have to be very gentle with the amount of pressure you're going to put onto the bottle to not spill anything. And when when you don't like something, when you think that you glued something incorrectly, you just do, and it snaps. You just take 2 parts, right? With the super glue, it's just, if it's, for example, if these 2 parts are glued with super glue, you apply a little bit of strength and it's gonna snap. But if you are using straight up plastic glue, it's not that nice anymore. It's gonna make these strange lines, this melted plastic everywhere. You have to be careful. Okay, there was a piece. I have to correct some gold here because do I want to do another hand? Not really. Not biggest fan of that. I still have 3 of them, right? To paint. Oh shit. I did a mistake. This one is not dry brushed with Iron Breaker. These 2, because I was washing them yesterday, so I put them on the night. So this was a mistake. No problem. Small mistake. This one is already painted with Iron Breaker dry brush, so I can do this one more easy. Okay, as I said, I will try to use as much of gold as I can from the palette until it's done, and I have to, do the new mix. I'm very happy though for you, Sergeant, because we have new people in the hobby. Are you planning to play the games, or just you want to be a collector? You like the lore, and what is your idea at the moment? You want to give it a try? Meet people and find the system for yourself. If so, then I would, as famous painter once said, we don't do mistakes, just happy accidents. Okay, that's very, inspiring, I guess. And I think it's Bob Ross, right? Yeah. Rest in peace, legend. I would like to try play a couple times. Not super invested in it, but I want to try it. That seems very difficult to learn though on my own. Would need a person to teach me, of course. Yes, I would agree. And then JW stores are usually very good for that. Like the people working there, they know their shit. They know how to play. And I think they will be happy to introduce you to the game if you ask. Also, I would recommend starting with a kill team, just to get understanding of how things are moving, how things are measured, what you can do exactly, and from kill team just expand to new systems like 40k, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, all that stuff. That's next. A little bit bigger, a little bit more complicated. But kill team itself, I feel it's complicated enough that it's actually interesting and nice to play, but easy enough to understand and actually play it as a beginner. I was in the city last weekend, but I didn't have time. I have a lot of time to talk to people at JW. I am going to this weekend, so I have time. I might stop in for a bit. Yeah, there we go. And for sure, in your city, there are some people that are playing. Maybe you can find it on Facebook or some internet forums, or there is no need for a JW store to have to build a community. So you can find some people around your place that are actually playing, that they can teach you. But also there is I think Kill Team is gonna release soon the starter, or maybe they just released the starter with Plague Marines and Ultramarines. I think there are like 7 Plague Marines and 8 Ultramarines. It's a very nice set. You have all the rules there. You have even terrains and map to play on. So it's basically all you need in one. Not too many miniatures, so you will not get overwhelmed with amount of painting and assembling that you have to do. And I think it's a really, really nice introductory system. Very fun to play as well. And if you find people that are actually playing Kill Team like more regular basis, almost all the factions, or actually all the factions, they have some kill teams. For example, Eldars, they have kill team. Astra Militarum, they have kill team. Tau has a few kill teams. I think all the factions, they have some kind of kill team. It's usually up to 10 miniatures, sometimes less, if they are more powerful. And they are the game is fun. It's not very long. It's not like very time consuming as well. Like when you start to play the bigger tabletop games like 40k, Age of Sigmar, Heresy, all that stuff, sometimes you have to spend 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours to play one game. With Kill Team, usually it's different. Usually it's up to 2 hours. Sometimes you can finish in 1 hour if you're if you are knowledgeable about the game and your Kill Team. Yes, I play. Do you play? Yes, I love to play. The playing actually is my favorite thing to do from a hobby. Meeting people, and the thing is with this challenge that I'm doing, 1020 unpainted minis, is that I used to buy miniatures, assemble them, and straight up play with gray. And I just collect more and more and more, do multiple armies, and I kid you not, I actually have 1000 unpainted minis. I have like maybe 100 painted or so, maybe 120, maybe 200 painted, but most of my miniatures are unpainted. And that's why I did this challenge. I just want to have my battlefield nice, colorful, and that looks actually like some nice epic battle. Because in the beginning, I had this, 2,000, 3,000 armies that were fully gray, and if you look at the pictures, it's like, what is this even? Like, what is this army? I cannot even tell because you cannot see any details, you cannot see any colors, nothing. It was quite underwhelming. But when you have painted army and you play against painted army and you have painted terrain, you have mud, then it looks really, really nice. So this was my push to start this challenge, and